You hear this shit like it's not even going off yet. This mother. Woo! Game of Thrones, Season 7, Episode 7, Spoils of War. So, Littlefinger is trying to talk to Brandon, and Brandon hit him. He tried to say something about chaos, and Bran hit him with chaos is a ladder. That's what you was about to say. Shook him all up in his face, yo. Shook him up in his face. Brandon peeped out his whole get down. Bran out here heartless. The young lady who helped him get there said, she was like, all right, I'm about to go. Bran was like, all right. It's like when, I shouldn't use this analogy. Young lady, she about to leave. She's like, so, all right. He'd be like, all right. She'd be like, okay, bye, that's all. Brandon was like, thank you. But then she realized that Brandon ain't the same. He changed. Man, he really changed up, up at the tree. So I'm gonna get right through it so I can get to the meat. Arya shows up. Finally, I was so nervous. I was giddy. I can't even get the setup, man. I had to do it right now. I was so giddy, like, Arya, please let her in so she can see her sister. Because I've been hurt before in that area. Sansa doesn't know she's a savage now. She was saying, she said something about a list. Sansa was like, what list? She was like, the list of people I'm going to kill. She laughed. She was like, girl, stop. She took her to see Bran. And Bran was like, oh. He was like, yeah, you got a list. So now everybody know Bran is like mental, He can read through you. And, so Littlefinger gave Bran a dagger that the man tried to kill him with, that when Lady Stark fought him off. And why does he have it? Oh, I think I know why. Anyway, I don't know. Sansa was like, he's not a generous man. He wouldn't just give you something without expecting something back. Bran was like, hey, I don't care. You can have it. So Arya asks Brienne to train her, and she proceeds to not whoop what's her name's ass, but she handled Brienne, with that little. She was like, "Yo, that sword is too little," which is something I think we all were with poker, with sticker or whatever. Something we all were thinking. It's like they got these big heavy ass Valyrian steel swords, and she's got this damn, windshield antenna. And, Arya's nice. She was like, who taught you that? She said, no one. I like that. So Khaleesi, baby Holly told Khaleesi that. She was like, yo, I hope Grey Worm gets back. She was like, why do you want him to get back so bad? What happened? She was like, everything. I see you, baby Holly. How you doing, baby Holly? So check it out. Jon shows Khaleesi the dragon glass, and Khaleesi's like, damn, but he also shows her writing on the wall from, I guess, the first men. And then she was like, damn, this is crazy. He was like, I got something else. And she said, I guess they were here before men, because they were writing on the walls, like, in Egypt. And he pointed her to the writings where it was the man versus the White Walkers. Now she believes him. She was like, She's like, so you really need this to fight the North, huh? To fight the White Walkers? She was like, yeah. Jon was like, yeah. She said, I'll help you. I'll fight for you if you bow. He was like, yo, my people ain't going to take no Southern leader. And she said, she tried to finesse him. She said, they'll listen to you. They picked you to lead them. So, so swallow your pride or whatever. So then right after that, Tyrion and Varys comes back and tells her that what happened with the ships. she gets angry and she's like, oh, not with the ships, but that Grey Worm and them took Castle Black, but nobody was there. And so now she kind of hot at Tyrion. She's like, I want to hear no more clever shit. I'm about to take these dragons and burn everybody. Tyrion was like, I told you I would advise against that. And she looks at she was like, F what you talking about. John, what you think? He was like, yeah, you know, you got dragons and all, but, you know, if you take these dragons and you start melting castles and burning villagers, then you're just the same as everybody else. And so next thing you know, we cut to Jaime and them. They just got done fighting and taking a Tyrell's joint. Next thing you know, him and Bronn, they're talking, and they hear the Dothrakis come. The Dothrakis coming. They hitting them from far away, and then so Bronn tells Jaime to leave, and Jaime is like, nah, we can hold him off. Next thing you know, you hear the dragon. Dragon comes through and flames the way. Dragon comes through, flames the way. Khaleesi's riding it. And you know, it's all out. It's pandemonium, you know. The Lannisters and Tyrells are not the Tyrell, but the Lannisters and what's the name are losing. And all of a sudden Jaime tells Bronn to go get that thing. So they got the big ass bow, crossbow there. Bronn almost dies 3 times on the way to get it. Finally, he gets it, and he shoots the dragon while Khaleesi's riding it. And he kind of, you know, he shrugs it off. He hurt, but he shrugs it off. He blows one more bit of fire and burns it, and his tail breaks the thing to pieces. So then now it's landed, it's hurt, and Khaleesi is trying to pull it out. And Tyrion is watching this, feeling sadness because, you know, some of these soldiers helped him fight off people at Blackwater, you know, at the Battle of Blackwater or whatever. And so he's feeling sadness. One of the Dothraki says, yo, your people can't fight. And then he sees Jaime grab a spear on his horse, and he darts toward Khaleesi. He's going to try to put a spear in her. And Tyrion is up there like, man, you idiot, turn around. So right before Jaime can stick Khaleesi, she's looking right at him. I think Bronn tackles him. And the dragon breathes, broke this fire right where he was. I think he burned the horses up. But then they're in deep water, and they've got all this steel on. So obviously, instead of floating back up, they both of them sink, and the scene ends on Jaime floating to the bottom, reaching back up toward the water.